We're here at the Lancaster County Post number 19 Amvets. My name is Robert Chavous, a Vietnam veteran, 1968-1969. And here at the Amvets, working at the food bank so we can share all this food with the hungry and whoever else needs it. And we do it every Wednesday, starting at 8 o'clock until we get exhausted. And Mickey stays here until she falls out. But we have fun doing it, helping them, and just giving back to the needy families.
My name is Mike Clemens, and I'm again here working at the Amvets. I was raised to give back, and we're blessed. We have a lot, and the best thing to do is to see how much you can give back. So this is not the first time Bob and I have done it. I'm a veteran. I was with the 79th Engineer, and Charlie's 6th of the 44th in Korea. I spent 2 years in Germany and 6 months in Korea, and I love doing this. You got to love it. And how well we take care of the least of us, then you're blessed.
And also, we have a lot of help come from the Veterans Court in Lancaster to do their hours that they have to give back to the community. So a lot of them come out here and they help, which is a big help to get this stuff done and passed out.
Here's Saint Mickey.
I don't know about all that.
That's what I call it. That's my nickname for it, Saint Mickey. And you know what she told me one time? She said, I said, you're doing a great job. That's why we call you Saint Mickey. You know what she said? I ain't doing enough. Look at all this she's doing. She told me she ain't doing enough, you know.
What we do is we run a food pantry. It started for our veterans that had some needs, obviously food needs. I was working with another organization, and then we had such a need, we just decided to open one of our own, and the response was overwhelming. Right now we have 238 families that we help on a monthly basis get groceries. It's not a one-person effort. That's why I don't take any credit. It's everybody working together as a team. It's teamwork. It's everybody working together. It's the veterans. It's ladies. It's men. It's everybody. It's not one person. Nobody gets more credit than anybody else. A lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but it's worth it in the end to see the smile on somebody's face. We go into the schools. We help 10 families in a school. In one of our local schools, they are all homeless. So every month we know that we have 10 families who have nowhere to sleep, but we know they have warmth in their bellies. That's a start. We'd like to get them a place to stay, but you know, we can't do everything. So
if anybody can help out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just give us a call. We'll forward your information along. Our food pantry always takes volunteers. We always take donations. We purchase mostly everything we get. We do get some free items or some donated items. And we work because of the community giving to us and what we can purchase. So the more we get, the more we're allowed to help and able to help people out there. But this is my team. These are my Veterans Court team.
Yep.
We all go to the Veterans Court, and we help. Not only we help the hungry people, we help those GIs that are in trouble,
right.
and
that's exactly right.
We love doing it, and we've got guys out. The greatest feeling in the world is to have a guy's record changed and have it expunged. His record was expunged, and that to us is the maximum thing we can do.
Priceless.
Yep.
And last week I delivered some food to a family, and I tell you, it brought tears to my eyes. They were so happy to get meat, because a lot of the food pantries do not give meat out.
Fresh meat.
So we gave meat out, and 3 little girls, and husband and wife, and he's on active duty with the National Guard, and he was homeless. But anyhow, we gave him enough food, and we take it to him as often as he needs it.
We give him meat, we give him juice, we give him cereal, goodies for the children. I mean, we basically give everything. And we also run a career center here for our veterans that need employment. We help them get employment.
Right.
A veteran and his family can come here and we can help them get employment, gainful employment.
I want to say one thing too. This guy is a Silver Star winner from Vietnam. He saved this whole unit, and he got one of the highest decorations that the United States give. He's a Silver Star winner, and I'm so proud that he's my brother from another mother.
Yes. Big helps.
Bob Chavous, Silver Star winner. And that's the kind of people that are doing this and in the court. You know, you got heroes. Here's a hero. He's being a hero again, being here today, you know.
Yes. A lot of people have aches and pains and complaints and body aches, bad bodies, and they're here. Every one of us is still standing here doing this until it's done. We drop when we get home, and we can smile, but it's got to be done, so we do it.
A captain in the Navy would be equal to a full crew anywhere else, which is a 6. A lowly second lieutenant, ensign, first lieutenant, platoon captain.
To let others help me, to be part of the team and leave no veteran behind. Congratulations.
I wanted to thank Mary for that. That was very nice. I want to thank everyone else for showing up today. I wrote a little something here about my project. When I first heard about the project was when Judge Wright brought it to our attention. A week or so later, Mary and I were talking about the project ideas and both thought it would be a good idea to move ahead with the Homeless Veterans Project. A week later, Mandy also had been attached to the project, and from there we met up and scheduled an appointment with Commissioner Craig Lehman. After a successful meeting with the Commissioner, Mandy and I went around to our fellow veterans within our local community, along with fellow mentors John Gavea and Brian Kresge, helping the entire way. Other participants included Clint, Vince, Frank, Mike, all of which volunteered their time and help. From June to August, we all came together by handing out flyers, letting the public know about how to donate for the cause, all the way leading up to the day of the event. That day, another person who was extremely helpful was Mickey Grimm from Amvets, who helped take donations at the front gate before the game. Throughout the game, there were announcements made about giving donations. Everything was going better than expected. We also took in donations in over $6,600 for the fund, making the day an extreme success. Other people in there I also wanted to thank are the entire Veterans Court team, Judge Wright, again, all the mentors, friends and family. Thank you.
My pleasure to give you your final coin. You've grown a lot. You've gone from becoming a follower to a leader. And it's been quite an impressive journey. When you came to the court at first, you had this feeling of privilege. Like, I served in the military, therefore I deserve this. And your attitude evolved to the point where you realized that this indeed was another privilege that you had earned by being in the military. But now it was your job to really carry out the program and not try to do it alone, to take advantage of not just the team and the staff, but also your other fellow veterans. Thank you, Ryan, for all you've done for me.
Okay, are there any comments from family, friends, or other folks here? Ryan was one of the folks that was completely dedicated and committed to helping our homeless veterans, and as well as other veterans that are here today. Just wanted to say thank you for the effort. You were a large part of our success. You did make a difference. We did help free the homeless veterans programs here in Richmond County. You were a large part of that. So thank you, Ryan. Congratulations. I know your future is much brighter because of that support program. The fact that you've taken the time to give yourself and others, which I always believe is what's the true value of life. Giving yourself and each other. That is a true legacy of what happens. Congratulations.
didn't make it, I just didn't know how long it would take to get to this point. But we're very proud of him, and it's like my son's back again. This is the son I lost, and he's back. So you guys are great. I appreciate everything he's done for him. I think it's going to be fun.
And help with benefits and things like that. I don't think I've worked harder with anybody than I have for you, because you just kept coming back and coming back and coming back, and you fought and fought, and you showed such an interest and a desire. And I'm just so proud of all you've gotten and all you've accomplished. I celebrate this with you.
Anybody else? Okay, Ryan, you know the drill. You have your coin.
Yes, I do.
Excellent. If you could, please, the general order.
Number 1, to conduct myself with dignity and honor that is befitting a veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces. 2, to be honest and forthright with the Veterans Court team and myself at all times and use all resources available to me when I'm experiencing triggers, symptoms, and negative thought patterns. 3, to take charge of, with the aid of the Veterans Court team, any mental health, drug and alcohol addiction, and criminal behavior that is preventing me from being a healthy, well-adjusted member of society. 4, to comply at all times with the Veterans Court program and to report any violation to my probation officer immediately. And 5, to work as part of a team accepting help from fellow professionals and veterans alike to help me successfully recover mentally, physically, spiritually, and socially.
Ryan, when you first came to the court, I thought that you had sworn that what you were going to do is to find ways to make my life miserable. And you did a really good job at that. But then something happened, and the light bulb went on, and all of a sudden we see this different Ryan, and I figured out what happened, and that's you have a heart as big as your heart. And all you were doing was hiding it from everybody. Whatever happened, that got you to open that up. Everybody gets to see the Ryan that you had before, the Ryan people get to see. And I can tell you that when we talk about Ryan home, the team, there's a single person who start beaming with pride and happiness for everything you've done. So it is with great pleasure that I have a certificate certifying that Ryan Palm has successfully completed the requirements of the Veterans Court program and is hereby granted graduate status on this effective the 4th day of March, 2014.
Traditional handshake.
Thank you, everyone. Today I have with me a separate fishbowl. This is called our Above and Beyond fishbowl. We've created this, it's different than our monthly drawing. This is something that the veteran had to do, a good deed above and beyond of what we ask of them, so something extra. Today we will be drawing a name from the Above and Beyond fishbowl, and the veteran whose name is drawn from this bowl will be rewarded with 2 movie tickets to Penn Cinema and a dinner gift certificate to the Night and Day Diner. And this is rewarded to Elliot Sims. Thank you. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Judge Wright for closing remarks.
I need to get
I'm going to be up there for your graduation, even though I'm not your total mentor, I don't think. But I'm getting up there, I'm going to say something about you.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
It's coming soon.
Thank you again. You guys are awesome.
You're still doing the homeless program?
Oh yeah, I'm still going to be involved. Yeah, it's a pretty good feeling.
Ryan and Clint, how did you guys find your jobs?
Through Mickey, Amvets.
I work for my brother-in-law.
Yeah, you were one of the lucky ones. You had a job when you came. The majority of them have lost their jobs because of, DUIs or whatever trouble they've gotten into. And that's one of the things that the mentors help them get. And Mickey is the main one.
Yeah.
She is a worker.
Yeah.
She is a worker.
The only downside to that is she is like the only one that runs it. So I wish they would give her more people. They've been giving her a little bit of help, but she's like the main one that makes things happen. I just wish they would give her more people, and she could help more people. Because right now she always has more on her plate than she can deal with. But she's helpful.
Would you?
Maybe that's something we can mention to Judge Wright and see if
give
we
her
can
like real help.
Yeah, see
like
if
the people she has, and they're just like her assistant. Like they don't know how to deal with like all her contacts and the network she uses for finding jobs and stuff like that. Like they don't know any of that stuff. She's the only one.
I think it would be a big help if some of the veterans would be there to help. She spends a lot of time. Her desire in life is to feed people. Her other desire in life is to find jobs for them. And if we had more help to help out with the food thing, maybe that would give her more time to work on the jobs. She probably needs somebody that's being paid to help her, especially for the jobs.
Yeah.
But
volunteers. I mean, they're helpful, but like if someone's getting paid, then that'd be like real help.
And that might be something in the future that the Veterans Court can look into. Say, well, that's somebody that maybe needs to be hired to work with these guys and put on the payroll. Like I said, it's what I think it's only 2 years old. The program, I think it originally started in New York or somewhere, but it's not that old, so everybody's learning and growing from it. So maybe that's one of the first jobs that one of the veterans can get that's coming out. Clint or Ryan, you can get on there and help Mickey. You know how the program works and all that. So that might be one of the first jobs that's offered in Lancaster County anyway. So I think it's great sitting here talking. I really didn't. I always called Ryan the wrong name. I always called him Dustin. So, but that's beside the point.
And this is another thing. Mickey doesn't help you just find a job. Like she ain't gonna just like stick you into some crappy job. Like there's jobs and there's programs out there. Like there was one where they would send you to California, train you for a couple weeks to work on cell towers, and the other one was I forget what the other one was, but I mean, there were jobs that like earn like $100K a year. Like she doesn't find she finds you real jobs, and it's not just like it's not like a employment agency where like they're just gonna get you a job. Like she finds you real jobs, like with real opportunities. Not like working at, Mickey D's. You know what I mean?
And I think Mickey has a lot of contacts with some of the local places here. And I'm assuming and I'm looking at you because you may know, where some of these companies know that you guys are veterans that had a DUI or have been in trouble for whatever. And they're willing to hire you.
Yeah.
Knowing that, and even though your records haven't been cleaned at that point, but they're willing to work with you to help you to hire you so you can have a job, even though you may have a I don't know the right term for the record or police record, whatever they want to call it, but she helps out. She knows which way to go and how to help the guys get their jobs. So I see one of the guys coming in with a tie on all the time, and he's working at a bank, one of the local banks here. Which bank is it? Fulton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Vince.
working. Yeah, Vince. That's right,
Yeah.
Vince,
Yeah.
who was one that been back and forth to jail half dozen times, but he finally woke up and was, got involved in whatever, and he's working at a bank.
Yeah,
In
that's
fact,
where
I think he's still.
that's where I work too. I work
Oh, is that where you work?
Yeah,
Oh,
I work
okay.
at the
There
one
you
in
go.
Penn Square though.
Okay, well that's all right. And I think Vince is a loan officer or something, right?
No,
No?
you have to go to college.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
an
Oh,
officer.
okay.
But no, I forget where he works, but he works over at East Pete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you worked there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's nice. I mean, who, been in trouble and you come out and you work in a bank. That ain't bad. So.
I mean, and the people she knows and whatever network she is I mean, they know that most of the people she's setting out for these jobs have like have something on their record, whether it's a DUI or whatever. Most people coming to her have something on their record. Not all, but I mean most probably.
Because he fired a gun on the street, and that was, I guess, what got him into Veterans Court.
Yeah.
And he had that on his record. So getting a job was a little bit difficult for.
Yeah. I'm not sure how he got that. I know he was also having a problem because he was still in the National Guards. And, him getting in the program and the National Guard understanding, what the program's all about. I believe was allowing him to stay in there instead of getting discharged from the National Guard. And he's another hard worker, so he's doing his thing. But I don't know how he got his job. I don't know.
I wish I would have known when I got back that all the things the VA can provide me. You go to the VA, you could find out about all these things. You can find out about getting money for school. If you need to file for benefits, cover you, health, your health, dental, whatever you need, basically. Job placement. Like, if I would have known the VA could provide all that stuff when I got back, I wouldn't have wasted like 5 years, basically. I wasted like 5 years not knowing this stuff. And if I would have known it, like, the military don't tell you when you get out to do some of this stuff. And luckily I found out through other veterans. about all these opportunities and things if I need them. They're there, you know. If I would have known that, it would have helped me a lot. I could have helped myself a lot sooner.
Yeah, as far as the money for schooling, kind of set in my career now, but I definitely would have done things a little different had I known about the programs that the VA offers.
I have found out after about 25 years that the VFW and the Disabled American Vets, the Amvets, the Vietnam veterans, all of them have service officers that work in the work for them, and that service officer is there to help the veterans with their benefits and to explain a lot of stuff to them. I was the same way when I came out. First of all, I didn't want to hear anything about anything to do with the Veterans Administration. I just wanted out of the service. And so I spent a lot of years that I could have benefited from some of the benefits that they had at the VA. But just like Rian said, you know, I just looked at it as a hospital. You know, some of them are known as the not to go to hospitals where, you know, people that really got messed up are at. So I kind of learned more about it through the Purple Heart. The service officer through there shared a lot of what was available, and so, you know, that was a big help. And they're trained today better than they ever been, you know, to send them to the VA and how to fill the forms out and all that kind of stuff. Right now, the VA is overwhelmed with so many troops coming back. So they're training these service officers to help these guys. And that way you don't have to go all the way to the VA. You may be able to go to your local VFW or Amvets, something like that, and get some help. And there's also a suicide number and cards that are available, that if somebody has a problem with maybe committing suicide, you can make a phone call and there is a live person to talk to you at the Veterans Administration. I like the Amvets the most because they give back to the community and back to the veterans. They're big supporters of the Veterans Court. You know, they donate every month for money and food, and they do a lot. So, but all of them are good, you know. You got to find the right one. I would like to share this. The VFW that Dustin belongs to does not have alcohol license. There's no alcohol served there. The Amvets in Lancaster, where I'm at, the downstairs is no alcohol or smoking. And I know the 3 or 4 of the officers there, none of them drink or smoke. You know, so everybody thinks you're going there to drink. Well, you don't have to go there to drink. You know, they have other stuff there to that you can get involved in and not have to be drinking or smoking.